There was once a woman who lived under the vast, endless sky. She had walked through fire, silence, storms, and somehow she was still standing. Not because it was easy, but because something inside her refused to give up. Even on the days when her heart whispered, "Why can't I just be happy?" Her name didn't matter. What mattered was that every day, as she tried to make sense of the sadness in her chest, there was always one soul who never left her side. He had 4 paws, gentle eyes, and a heart bigger than the universe itself. His name was Pultu. He didn't speak with words. He spoke by sitting quietly when her tears fell. He followed her to every corner of the house, as if to remind her, "You're not alone. Not now. Not ever." Sometimes she felt like she couldn't breathe. Her mind raced with thoughts that didn't feel like her own. But then, she'd feel the weight of his head resting on her lap, and it was like the world paused. In that moment, she wasn't broken. She wasn't behind in life. She wasn't invisible. She was just loved. She had created a space of peace, not just for herself, but for the cats that came quietly into her backyard, for the birds that sang in the mornings, and for the dog who had watched her grow stronger every single day. And though the universe still felt too big sometimes, she knew something now. The universe may not always make us happy, but love, soft, quiet, 4-pawed love, can make the universe feel like home. This story is for anyone who feels lost, for anyone who wonders why joy feels far away. Let this remind you, healing takes time. But love, especially the kind that waits patiently beside you, is already working its quiet magic. Because sometimes your greatest therapist has fur and 4 legs. If you like, please like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. A gentle reminder that love sometimes walks in when we've given up on hope. There was a time when she stopped expecting anything good to happen. She watered her flowers not for joy, but out of habit. She fed the birds because the silence was too heavy without their songs. She didn't cry anymore, not because she stopped hurting, but because the pain had become part of her. And then, one evening, as the sun melted into soft orange and pink, a small cat appeared. Not a loud cat. Not the kind that demanded attention, but one who simply sat there, close, but not too close, watching, waiting, breathing with her. She whispered, "I have nothing to give you." And the cat blinked, as if to say, "You already gave me what I came for, your presence." If you like, please like, share, and subscribe to support our channel, inspired by hearts that loved deeply and lost deeply, but still have more love to give. She hadn't dreamed in a long time. Since her beloved dog passed away, sleep felt like a tunnel that led nowhere. No light, no images, no comfort. Until one night, she saw him. Not exactly the same, but close. A golden light surrounded the figure, soft eyes, gentle paws, and he didn't speak, but she heard him. "It's time. Someone is waiting for your love now." She woke up crying, not from sadness, but from something she hadn't felt in months, purpose. She walked through rows of barking, whimpering, waiting animals. And then she saw him, curled in the corner, thin, scared, but his eyes, they were the same eyes from the dream. Not identical, but familiar. Like he already knew her story. She asked the staff, "What's his name?" They said, "No one gave him one. He's been here a while. Doesn't trust anyone." She knelt down and whispered, "Then I'll call you, Dream." And he stood up and took one step forward. Healing didn't happen overnight. He still flinched at sudden sounds. She still had bad days, but they waited for each other. She gave him food, warmth, a home. And he gave her something she thought was gone forever: hope. Sometimes our loved ones send us signs not with words, but through the eyes of another soul waiting to be seen. Days passed, and each evening that little cat returned. She never tried to pick it up. She never chased it or called it names. It was as if they had made a silent agreement. I'll sit here with my pain, you sit there with your patience, and somehow, without either of them realizing, the loneliness began to melt. She started waiting for him, not with excitement, just quiet expectation. It was the first time in a long time she looked forward to something. And in that simple rhythm, feed, sit, breathe, Wait, she began to heal. Because sometimes you don't need advice. You don't need big answers. You just need someone, even a tiny soul with fur and whiskers, to choose you. This is for the broken hearts that forgot how to feel, for the ones who keep going even when it's heavy. Healing doesn't always come with words or people. Sometimes it comes on 4 silent paws and stays as long as your heart needs. If you like, please like, share, and subscribe to support our channel.